God says, look, if you love me, keep my commandments. Right. 2 John 6. Because that shows if you love God. I wanna be famous. Just like when you look at the brothers' shirts around here, these fringes, it's not hard to wear. He said he gonna put curtains on them people. So, is a curtain a good thing or bad? It's a bad thing. My enemies, the ground before me. I wanna be famous. I wanna be famous.
You wanna see the kingdom of heaven? If you wanna walk through one of those 12 gates,
just like
you gotta keep God's commandments.
my chariot, I'm trying to rule them all. Sending letters across the world to all my brothers, just like Paul. Mess with Israel, now you fall. Glory is through the Most High.
Go right back over there, right? That's not law and order. That's confusion. We envy our oppressor. We do the same thing they were doing because the white man was doing that. He ran around and killed the whole earth. And then he stole our Bible and tried to make himself moral. We are the moral people on the earth. God gave us his law so that we can guide our lives by them.
Right. Which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
So God said if you don't do what he said, all the curses is going to come upon thee and overtake you. Is a curse a good thing or a bad thing? It's a bad, nah. When is a curse good? Curses ain't good. Give me verse 32. You familiar with slavery, right? You seen Roots, 12 Years a Slave? You seen those movies? All right.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 32. Bring it out. Thy sons and thy daughters shall be given into another people.
And so God said your sons and your daughters was going to be given to another people. What would you call that? What would you call somebody coming taking your sons and daughters and giving them to somebody else? What would you call it? Slavery, right? Yeah.
And thine eyes shall look and fail with longing for them all the day long.
Like in Roots, when they stole the slave and took him somewhere else, or a slave had a baby and they shipped it to somewhere else, what did the mama do? All day long, right? That's what the Bible said.
And there shall be no might in thine hand.
Did they have might to go back and get the kids? And when you see those movies, what did the slaves have on? What did our people have on in those movies? Okay, let's see if that's in the Bible.
It's the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 48. Bring it out. Therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies.
So as a curse, God said that the children of Israel was going to serve their enemies. Remember verse 1. Verse 1. It's written to the children of Israel. God said he's going to put curses on you for not keeping his laws. He said you was going to serve your enemies. So when those same people that sold our sons and daughters, those are not your friends. Those same people, this is how you know they're your enemies, because they gave you this man as a savior. They put you in shackles and chains and said he was going to come back and save you. Would a friend put you in shackles and chains? Okay then.
Which the Lord shall send against thee in hunger and in thirst.
Hold up, we got to remember, God sent them against him because he broke his laws. He didn't want to serve God. He wanted to be like all the heathen. When you read the Bible, you can see the children of Israel, they were in and out of slavery for disobedience to God's laws. They wanted to go serve Baal. They wanted to go do what the heathen do. Right. They wanted to follow the heathen customs. Right. When God wrote customs for us to follow.
Right. And in nakedness. And in want of all things.
So God said you was going to serve your enemy in hunger, thirst, and nakedness. When you want food, you go to your enemies. When you want water, you go to your enemies. When you want clothing, you go to your enemies.
And he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck.
Guys, hey brother, listen. The Bible coming out. He said he's gonna put a yoke of iron upon your neck. Who bear witness with that? Did all people have yokes of iron upon their neck? Was all people's sons and daughters taken and given to another people? Okay then, that's bearing witness with us, right? Okay.
Until he have destroyed thee.
So when them yokes of iron came off, we was destroyed as a people. Now we call ourselves black. Now we call ourselves Negro. Right. Now we call ourselves African American. Right. What you know the term African American, that comes from two white men, right? Can two white men produce a baby? Okay, that's impossible, right? Let alone a black child. Okay.
It's the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 68. Bring it out. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again.
If you're familiar with Bible history, the children of Israel, they was in Egypt, they were slaves, right? Okay, God said he's going to bring you into Egypt again. Egypt is another word for slavery. You don't got to get big, go back. Egypt is another word for slavery. Now, how did we get to this side of the world? Black people. On a boat, was a cruise ship, a yacht, what was it? It was a slave ship, right? We were stuffed on there like sardines, right?
And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships.
So God said He's going to bring us into Egypt slavery again with ships.
By the way whereof I spake unto thee.
The same way He said it was going to happen has happened, right? Our sons and when you look back on history, our sons and daughters was given to another people. Our sons and daughters had yokes of iron upon their neck. We still to this day serve our enemy in one of our things.
Right, right.
Can you go to a black store? Is there really a lot of black stores you can go into and shop with your brother? We don't have our own economic. We don't have no manufacturing companies or nothing like that. We don't produce our own clothing. You might find a black man with his name on the shirt, but who produced the textile and sell it to him? Right. The other nations always profit off of our disobedience to God. We never will prosper off of that because we went into slavery for breaking God's laws. The same way we went in is the same way we're going to get out. We're going to get out of slavery for keeping His laws. Right. We went in for breaking them.
By the way whereof I spake unto thee, thou shalt see it no more again.
So God said we're not going to see our homeland no more again. Because you think that Africa is the homeland, right? That's what you think? We're going to see what the Bible says. Get to Galatians 4:26. Africa is not our homeland. We fled into Africa, fleeing from the Romans in 70 AD. We from Jerusalem. Because if you're familiar with Israel, Israel is in Africa. But Israel is the motherland. We're going to show you that. Galatians 4:6.
This is the book of Galatians, chapter 4, verse 26. But Jerusalem, which is above, is free, which is the mother of us all. Right?
Listen, check this out. Read that again.
But Jerusalem, which is above, is free, which is the mother of us all.
The Bible said Jerusalem is the mother of us all. Mankind came from Jerusalem. Israel is in northeast Africa.
So, when you read the scriptures, when you read Joshua chapter, let's get that, Joshua chapter 1. I don't know if it's on this map, I can't see it.
Did you get one?
But like the brother said, our homeland, because you know how the people say, how white people say, just go back to Africa, nigga. You know how they say that? We'll gladly go back to Africa. And Jerusalem is the capital. Jerusalem is the capital of the whole earth. So our homeland is in northeast Africa. Our forefathers, give me Joshua chapter 1, because the Lord said we would take over the land of Canaan. All right? The land of Canaan. Who was Canaan? Canaan? All right. Canaan was one of the sons. Hold it. Hold it up. Canaan was one of Ham's sons.
Ham, the youngest son of Noah.
So this is a Zondervan Compact Bible Dictionary. All right? Come on.
Born probably about 96 years. Ham, the youngest son of Noah, born probably about 96 years before the flood.
Born probably about 96 years before the flood. We're talking about Ham, right? Come on.
One of 8 persons to live through the flood. He became the progenitor.
He became the progenitor or the forefather of who?
Of the dark races, not the Negroes.
So guess what? We're not Africans. We're not Africans. All right? Africans would be your Egyptians, who would be your modern day Watusis, Zulu. Those are Africans. All right? Or Hamites. The ancient name would be Hamites. They're from the sons of Ham. All right? Come on. But it says not the Negroes. Why? Because we're the Israelites. We descend from our forefather Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. All right? Come on.
But the Egyptians,
the Egyptians, Watusis, the Zulus, come on.
Ethiopians, Libyans,
the Libyans,
and Canaanites,
and the Canaanites, and the Canaanites. So the Lord said we would possess the land of Canaan, which would be, hold it up a little bit, thank you, which would be, this is the wilderness. So right here, Egypt, we fled out of Egypt, we came through the wilderness, which is this little middle part right here, and the land of Canaan was right here. All right? Where the river, I can't really see it, where the river Euphrates is. I can't see it on this map. But the river Euphrates would be around right here in this part. So this is the land of Canaan. So when they say go back to Africa, we'll gladly go back to Africa because our land is in northeast Africa. Africa is not just this landmass right here. Even prior to it being called Africa, what do you think this land was called? The land of Ham. the land of Ham. This was called the land of Ham. Leo Scipius Africanus, who was a white man, named this whole continent Africa. He named it after himself. Watch this, Psalms 49:11. I'm going to show you that real quick. Psalms chapter 49, verse 11. Because that's written in the Bible. America. Who do you think America was named after? A white man. You not know Africa. You're an Israelite. Come on.
It's the book of Psalms, chapter 49, verse 11.
Bring it out.
Their inward thought is that their houses shall continue forever.
The they is talking about the so-called white man. They think that their houses, this country, is going to last forever. Right now, America's the top power. Guess what? Just like ancient Egypt. Just like ancient Egypt, when we were in slavery, we were in bondage in ancient Egypt. And what happened? What happened to ancient Egypt? They were destroyed. They were destroyed from the foundation, from the top to the bottom. And then that's when we, the Israelites, we fled out of Egypt. We fled into the wilderness. Right. And we had the blood on the doorpost. Right. Remember the plagues? Yes. America is spiritual Egypt. We'll show you that in a minute. Come on.
And their dwelling places to all generations. They called their lands after their own names.
You see that? They called their lands after their own names. America was named after Amerigo Vespucci, a white man. Leo Scipius Africanus, another so-called white man. And he named his land Africa. Right. All right, so make sure you check out the website. You got a flyer? Okay, over there, all praise. Grab your fly, brother.
And they will see the true men of God. We are not black men, we are Israelites. That's right. Take care of us. Take care of what? And our children too. And our children too. We have repented. How are you? How are you? People want to know who's the king?
O nation of Israel, it's time to return to the Father. O nation of Israel, it's time to return to the Father.
Trying to make it so hard to serve God. And why when I say that I'm a Jew, it sound odd? For years I've been walking around saying that I'm a black man. I ain't saying that no more, it sounds wrong, man.
This is Bishop Nathaniel of Israel United in Christ. Please subscribe to our YouTube channels. Stay up to date with our latest events, music, and classroom lessons. IUIC plans to continue visiting different countries where this gospel has not been preached before. IUIC needs your help in pushing this truth. So join us. Subscribe to our Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and podcast, and stay up to date with us. For more information, please visit www.IsraelUnite.org.